So confidence, huh? I should have had that white wine shot before this. Definitely. Confidence, self-confidence, is the key to your success. Every book says that. Everyone knows it. You know it, I know it. You don't believe me? Really? I bet each and every one of you had at least one moment in their lives when somebody enough self-confident convinced you to buy that product that you didn't really need, or enroll that class that you didn't really think it was that useful, but you actually did, or go out on that date that turned out to be not so good in the end. Self-confidence is the key to your success. Enough self-confidence can shape your reality. You don't believe me? Let's look at some evidence. Let's look at our Prime Minister, Victor Ponta, who a couple of years ago self-confidently denied plagiarism accusations and got away with it, against the fact that everyone saw the documents and everyone could see the reality. But no, he said, no, I did not do that, self-confidently, and everyone believed him. Same character, who has an important position in our country, a couple of days ago, I think, did the same thing, but in a different situation. Everyone saw him on tape, talking disrespectfully to another minister. In a cultural translation, his actual words would have sounded like, "Yo, Doina, what's up? Are you in for some floods?" And everyone saw him uttering those words. The next day, he appeared on national television and said, "I did not say those words." And people believed him. So, self-confidence, huh? It really gets you somewhere. The thing is, I envy these people. I truly do. Because I have a natural born instinct to doubt myself and to doubt everything that happens to me and overanalyze these things. So, I always thought these people were born with a user's manual that I hadn't got a copy of. So, I decided to set out on a journey to find this holy grail. And what do you think I did? What would an analytical person do, of course? Read all the books about this. Read all the material. Fortunately enough, Google is full of valuable advice about this. So what you have to do is do a Google search about self-confidence, tips on it, and then just follow the rules. So I did. Rule number 1, dress appropriately in a way that flatters your looks and seem confident. Checked. Of course, this happened a couple of years ago. It doesn't apply to what I'm wearing right now, but I tried this. Rule number 2, posture, stance, eye contact, the salesman look, smile, meet people, socialize outside of Facebook, change your profile picture, share your holiday destinations. Maybe, just maybe, try to have a speech at Toastmasters. Checked. And again, posture, stance, eye contact, the salesman look, the smile. Don't shake, don't tremble, don't let your voice be nervous, don't show weakness. And then again, posture, stance, gestures, eye contact, and smile. And it felt tiring. It really did, because it really feels like a workout, doesn't it? It's like Pilates and yoga and a bit of jiu-jitsu combined all together, when you still cannot feel the results of your own workout, besides all the muscle pain. And why does this feel tiring if you're not naturally born with this skill? I figured it out. It's because if you look at it this way, you're trying to develop something that you think you don't have. So you're constantly making efforts to grow something that you think you don't have, and you feel frustrated about it. And then this is going around in circles. It doesn't really help that much. But we are all naturally confident. Just think about your toddler yelling to your parents about the fact that you're hungry. Nobody was doubting that. Think about all the things that you lied about as a child, self-confidently, never doubting yourself. So that means we all have self-confidence. The problem is, we probably self-sabotage ourselves as we grow up with recordings of things that we don't like about ourselves, just put on repeat, and repeating those to ourselves. And then we start shaking and trembling and feeling not so confident. So, don't build self-confidence. Just think that you have it. Try to identify what makes you doubt it, and try to fight those instincts, those gestures. If you think about it this way, you don't have to build something, you already have it. You just have to take care of it in a proper way. After all, we're all clumsy, and self-doubt comes in waves. And we sometimes say, I has it, instead of I have it. But we have to take this clumsiness lightheartedly, and be able to laugh about it, and not hold a grudge on these mistakes. After all, we'll be able to say, I have, instead of I has, one day, probably. After all, I think self-confidence is, as the wise comedian Tim Minchin would say, it's just like happiness. If you think about it too much, it goes away. Thank you.